Hello, once again. My name is Joe.
And I'm Deb, and we hijack the airways at 89.1 every second and fourth Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and we bring you some awesome music, independent artists from around the world. And we are super excited tonight because we have some special guests that are local artists from right here in Virginia Beach. So, yay!
And their names is?
Foxhole Kingdom.
That's right. That's
Our
right.
names is Foxhole Kingdom.
Our names is.
So where are you guys from, actually?
I would say we're from all over the place in Virginia. We've got a singer in Virginia Beach. We've got me in Carrollton. You in Hampton Roads.
You is me, by the way.
Yeah,
for you
that
radio
would be
people.
Mike, the guitarist.
Would you like to introduce yourselves, please?
Yes.
Hello, you are listening to the voice of Michael Demas, lead guitarist of Foxhole Kingdom.
And you are listening to the voice of Carson, drummer to Foxhole Kingdom.
And this is Matt, the lead singer of the Foxhole Kingdom.
And we're missing one individual, and that's Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan
Yes.
Spady. He's not here right now,
Right.
but he's beautiful and he's somewhere else.
Oh, well, we miss you, Nathan, if you're listening.
Yeah, we do miss you.
We do.
So, but you know what? Tough. You're not here.
Well,
This is the party!
we're excited because Foxhole Kingdom is going to be playing a song for us later on tonight. And in addition to one of the ones that we have recorded already, but they're going to do a live camp version type, as Joe
Yeah,
is calling,
just
campfire version. Even though we
campfire
don't
song.
have a campfire in here. But
Kumbaya
yeah,
type.
little, yeah.
By that time, we'll be burning down the studio.
Right.
Yeah.
Marshmallows, the whole nine.
Again, Matthew, with you and the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Dude,
Matt
I like
actually
marshmallows.
sings songs
I actually don't even eat them that
marshmallows
often.
on the show.
So anyway, introduce our first set so we can get with the music, and we'll get back to them here in a few minutes.
All right, the first set we're going to be playing I Just Gotta Praise God by Two Grown Men, Live Until I Die by Jerry's Bones, and Emmanuel by David Juiced. Yeah, I just had some questions for our guests tonight, for Carson, Matt, and Mike. I wanted to know how y'all met each other.
Oh, all right. Well, Mike and I have known each other for a really long time. We were both homeschooled, so we met each other at a homeschooling kind of event thing.
Yeah.
How
was
long
like-
ago was that?
Maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, we've been bros ever since.
No, I don't think so. I only started playing guitar 4 years ago.
That's cute.
So that's how we met. And then Matt.
We're
this is
missing,
gonna-
our friend anniversary. Then if you don't even know when we met,
I know,
we
right?
gotta make up for all that lost time.
It just went disgusting.
I love you, man. It's gonna sound kind of sketchy, but we met Matt on
Christian
Craigslist.
Mingle.
Oh no,
Yeah,
okay.
it's still
Christian
kinda
Mingle.
sketchy.
Sorry.
No, we actually found him on Craigslist, which is
Yeah.
surprising that we found like a good singer who's like a nice person on Christian Mingle on
Yeah.
Craigslist.
No offense to Craigslist, but
Yeah.
you're sketchy. But yeah, Nathan and I actually met at our church last Easter, and we played for the Easter service, and we kind of connected through that. And we've been friends ever since that. So it's kind of how we were all tied in. We had another rhythm guitarist, John.
John Wiggins.
I've known him since like middle school, so through church. So
He's super cool. He was our lead singer and rhythm guitar player. He's a really great guy, really good musician, but he's just kind of going in different directions with his life. We wish him all the best, but we wish he could stay with us. We love him.
Oh, that's
Miss
great.
you, John.
We miss you, John, wherever you are right now.
Well, we're
He's
going to get back to the music, and then we're going to come back and hear from Foxhole Kingdom some more and get to know them a little bit more. So our next set, we're going to be doing Shine Like the Morning by Light of Day, Everything by the Jason Fowler Band, and Turning Over Tables by one of our favorites, Reckless Mercy.
And we are back again in the studio with Foxhole Kingdom over here, and we're just talking throughout the set right here in the background. And would you guys like to add it to the conversation?
Yeah,
right now?
I wanted to start this conversation off because I feel bad kind of for the listeners out there because you guys are missing some really good conversations, and we thought we would share some of the things that we've been talking about while y'all were enjoying the music. I was asking them what inspires them to be Christian artists and to share some stories of some things that they've experienced while having their shows and how different people were touched. So I'll just let you guys go on and go with it. Tell us some of the stories that we were talking about.
Yeah, actually, when I first joined the band, which honestly, it was a few months ago, we went to Hampton Christian School to do a chapel for the kids there, and I would say there was maybe 250 to 300 kids there.
Yeah.
And so we had an excellent time. It was really nice. The speaker was really powerful. All the kids were really, participated in the event. So after the following weekend, there was a.
It was another event that we played for.
Yeah, it was just another event that we played for, and one of the moms came up and talked to us about how one of the guys who were one of the kids that was at the event that we played for at Hampton Christian School was inspired by the music and actually ended up giving his life to Christ. And another person was decided to rededicate themselves to Christ. So I know, like, for me, and we were talking about this during the break, I know for me, one of like the most powerful things about, like, especially my passion, where my passion comes from music, is I know the power in it. I know what it can do. I know what it's done for me, not only through studying it and pursuing it, but I know what it can do for people because I've seen it. We were talking during the break about how Lucifer is being the prince of the air and using music as a tool to pull people away from God. And if you think about him being the prince of the air, everything that we do, the music, even the radio, television, it all travels through airwaves.
Right.
So if he's the prince of the air, he's got the upper hand, would you think? But the thing is that the Spirit of God within us is so much powerful with that.
right,
So when we mix that with the airwaves, we put a hindrance on him and what he's doing in his work, and we use the same power that he's been trying to use in the music for God's glory, and it's been working.
Yeah. And,
Yay. I love it.
It goes back to a very, to the Bible verse that we always use. Our flesh not against flesh and blood.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
against
spiritual
principalities.
warfare.
Yeah.
It's principalities. And so it's a spiritual warfare, and music plays that sort of that is kind of like this part of the soldier in us that comes out, and your vocal cords, your energy, your love for Christ, and all that stuff is part of what people receive and see, and then suddenly they're in the presence. Their eyes are open and their hearts are open because they feel the nudge of the Holy Spirit. Because the Spirit of the Lord lives in us. That is.
Right, and I was gonna say, I mean, just think about it. And so many times in the psalm, like God, it tells us to sing praises unto God. Why would He want something that wasn't powerful? Why would He want something? Why would He want us to do something to Him that wasn't not of this world? That wasn't more powerful than anything that we could do in this world.
Right.
Why would we? You see what I'm saying? Like, so singing praises, obviously that shows us how powerful music is. He tells us to play the harp, play the stringed instruments.
Yep.
So when we do that, not only are we doing it to Him, but we're doing it for Him.
For Him.
And it's, like I said, it's a power that's beyond this world, beyond our understanding.
I love it. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that story. That was really good. We're gonna get back to the music. We'll get back with Foxhole Kingdom too and talk some more after this next set. All right, you're listening to the Creatures Cafe radio show, and we are live in the studio with Foxhole Kingdom, and they're going to be playing one of their songs right now for us. They will be featured. They will be one of the featured artists at the Creatures Cafe Taste of Creatures event on the 21st of June. If you guys want to get tickets, you can get them. I would like them to introduce the song they're going to sing now.
All right, this is a new song that we were actually recording in the studio last night.
Last night.
Last night we were recording. This is Chasing Shadows.
Chasing shadows on the walls. Some are even 10 feet tall. Open my eyes like I'm awake. I check my pulse, I'm not okay. If I want peace, I have to find what's been
was awesome.
So tell us how you what was the inspiration behind that song? Tell us a little bit about that song.
I was in my office. I interned at Bethel Church, and I was sitting there, and I had nothing to do. So I was just playing guitar, and I came with that chord progression, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I should like make a little drum thing to it. And I was just going like, just beatboxing with it. And then I made like a little like song on my GarageBand on my iPad, and I showed it to the band. And they're like, yo, that sounds pretty cool. And we tried to think of what to write it about. I took it to John Wiggins, who's the rhythm guitarist in my band at the moment, and he was like, dude, we should write about like there's a story that Plato wrote in Plato's writings about like these people who live in a cave, and like throughout like the point of their time in the cave, they're chasing like the shadows that the light coming from the outside of the cave are making, and they're trying to figure out what the source of the shadows are, and they keep following the shadows, but they're missing out on the light outside.
Yeah.
So the whole song is kind of about, you know, you're looking for something, and you see it, and you're like striving towards it, but then when you get there, it's nothing. You know, it's like when I get close, I see them, but I'm still looking. And so it was kind of like a long process, because I came up with that music like a couple months before we started writing it, and then I sort of started focusing on it, and me and Nathan Spady actually wrote the song together. And it's funny because me and Nathan are like, we're like the same person, but the different versions of each other. Like when it comes to songwriting, they laugh at me all the time. Like I'm like always like trying to take my time and like make sure it's like as awesome as I can possibly make it.
Then we call Spady straight-laced Spady. So.
Yeah, and Nathan is like, I just want to write a song right now. Let's do this. Yeah, right now. So me and Nathan were writing this song together, and we don't really butt heads. Like we're chill people, but like we were just like going in totally different directions. So eventually, like we prayed about it, and we kind of discussed the song, and it just kind of came together. And I think it sounds pretty cool.
I really
We're
enjoyed
really
it.
excited
That was
to
the
record
first
this
time.
one.
Is that the first time you
Yes.
guys have played it?
We played it live a few times, but we're actually in the studio right now recording it. So this is the first time it's been played on the internet, I think.
On the radio.
And the
On
radio.
the radio.
Well, the internet and the radio. We're all over the place, guys.
And it'll be on YouTube too.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
Good stuff.
guys, tell us how people can get a hold of you and hear about you.
Facebook.com/Foxhole Kingdom. You can go find us on Instagram and Twitter. Just search Foxhole Kingdom, all one word, on Instagram and Twitter. We're on SoundCloud, same thing, Foxhole Kingdom. We're on YouTube, just look up Foxhole Kingdom. We're pretty much the only people with that name. So you'll see like you'll search Foxhole Kingdom and there'll be like our song. Then there's like stuff about like war, and then there's like our song again.
Okay.
We're easy to find.
Easy to find us. Subscribe.
All right.
to
I hope that
YouTube.
you guys get a lot more friends
Because soldiers were
today
in
on
foxholes.
Yeah, and
Facebook as well.
Sadly.